to Batter Up, where we're cooking your favorite foods or the foods that you've never heard of from your favorite team stadiums. I'm Heather, and I am so happy to introduce to you guys our newest co-host. That's John over there. Wave John. That's John, and we're so happy to have him on board the All Talk No Balk team. And we are ready to get started. Today, it's all about the Cleveland Indians, your favorite Midwestern team. I don't know if that's true. They've only won 2 World Series and they haven't won in like a jillion years. So maybe they're not your favorite because they don't win enough. They got close a few years ago against the Cubs, remember that? But they haven't won. But that's a sad note to start on. Today we're gonna cook Killer Kilbane, I believe is what it's called. And it is a hot dog with peanut butter. This food is not a secret menu item, but it was on Sports Illustrated 2017 issue of Weirdest Ballpark Foods. So there you go. You know we cook weird foods. It's on Sports Illustrated. We're very excited. We're a little nervous. We're gonna get started with that, and then since that's a really easy food, we're gonna be making a cocktail for you guys. That's actually the signature cocktail from the new Jim Beam Bourbon Bar, I think is what it's called, at Progressive Field. So for all you Cleveland fans that have gotten vaccinated and or are going to games now, try out this new Jim Beam Bourbon Bar. I've never had bourbon in my life, guys. I'll be honest with you guys right now, so I'm really nervous about this. So we're gonna do that later. But first, John, tell the people about yourself. What's your team? What are you into, John?
Well, thanks for having me on, Heather. I'm glad to be here. I'm John Scott from Boston, Massachusetts. Huge Red Sox fan. Nothing better than talking baseball, so I'm glad to be here, be part of the program.
Red Sox.
First place, baby.
Home of what was once Mookie Betts.
But now he's in my team.
You guys stole him away.
Yeah, well, yeah, kind of, or he was given away. The Dodgers and Red Sox have a very intertwined history.
We've had a lot of blockbuster deals with you guys the last few years.
Yep, and World Series wins, and a common hatred of the Yankees.
Yep, that's big.
Sort of all of it. So, but we're not talking about those teams. We'll talk about them later. Right now we're talking about the Cleveland Indians, home of the LeBron Jameses. Just kidding, the Indians.
He just bought the Red Sox.
He just bought the Red Sox. He bought a part of the Red Sox. That is true, John. Okay, so let's get started here. Let's just jump right in. Of course, we'll have a hot corner later, but we're gonna start with the relish for the hot dog. Hope John washed his hands.
Yep, all ready to go.
Okay, it says we need to dice up some dill pickles. So I'm gonna dice up some dill pickles right now. Here's a dill pickle. I'm gonna try this dill pickle. John, are you a pickle person?
Not really, actually. I don't mind the relish on the hot dogs, but in general, not a big pickle fan.
It's a good pickle, John. I have good pickles. Maybe you'd like them more if you had my pickles. So we need to dice up 1 cup of diced. Why am I using a butter knife? You know, these are the questions we ask ourselves. Okay, chop it. A whole cup of pickles. A whole cup. Okay. So while we're dicing our pickles, you know what? I don't know why I'm using that knife. That is very silly of me. I'm gonna use a bigger knife like this. While we're dicing up our pickles, John, what do you see from the Cleveland Indians this season? Are your do you have high hopes for them, or they're sort of middling it out in the Central?
You know, they have a very young team, and they kind of started slow, but they're starting to pick it up. For the long term of the season, I don't think they're going to hold through just because they're so young, inexperienced, but for the next few years to come, I think they're going to be a contender.
Oh, you heard it here, folks. John is saying contender. I would agree. 3. They have good pitching. Obviously, they always do. No matter how many pitchers they let go, they always seem to find their way back.
Yeah, they do.
And they have a good manager in Terry Francona, so you always love him. He's getting older.
Yeah, he is. He's a big fan of the beer and chicken as well.
Oh, that's very good.
That's why he got chased out of Boston.
Right, totally. Yeah, you know, I like Shane Bieber, although he did terrible in the playoffs. He choked big time. I think it was against the Yankees, if I'm not mistaken, last year.
I believe so.
Yeah, and, you know, my hopes are not high for Cleveland. They're only a game back of the Royals, shockingly. The Royals and the good old White Sox, who everybody thinks is going to possibly even win the World Series.
Yeah.
And 4 weeks ago, if you told me that anybody other than the Dodgers could win the World Series, I would have said you're crazy, but now they look like poo-poo.
It's a long season. You're going to see a lot of teams go up and down as the months go by.
Well, the Dodgers have been really down, John. Really down. But Cleveland, obviously it's a sad franchise of sort. I mean, they just can't seem to get over the hump for the last 70 odd years.
Yeah, they've been so close, especially the last decade. I can't tell you how many close playoff runs they've had over the last 10 years.
Yeah, it's pretty sad.
Can't get that one. Can't make it.
Cleveland sports as a whole is tough. You got the Browns, you got the Cavs, who only won because LeBron became superhuman. You got the Indians. I don't know what their hockey team is off the top of my head. As I'm chopping up, how are your diced pickles looking, John?
They're looking good.
Okay, I don't know if these are diced enough, but I'll just chop. I don't know if that's a cup.
I think we're all chopped up over here on this end.
Oh, you're ready? Okay, you're ahead of me. Okay, you can keep going, and I'll catch up. What else about Cleveland? You know, obviously they're changing their name. We all know that. How do you feel about that, John?
You know, I think it's going to be pretty interesting. So actually, I think they might get a lot of pushback from the Native American side.
Interesting. Why do you say that?
So actually, the town right next door to me, they have a Indian mascot for their high school mascot. It's a very big Native American town. And they recently decided to do away with the name, get away from the mascot. And there was a huge upset in the Native American community there because they felt that this was their history, this was their culture.
Interesting.
And they felt like that was just being taken away from them. So, and it was kind of a very, they felt disrespected by it. They were actually very upset by it. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out.
Yeah, you know, it's tricky, I guess, because in one side there's sort of pride on the Native American side, but I mean, anytime you have like a racial group as like a mascot, to me is problematic. But I'm not Native American, so I'm not one to talk. But I also have I have a few names in mind for if they do change it, what they should change it to. One of our former writers, Josh, wrote a great article. Head to alltalknovak.com and check out his article on 5 potential name changes for the Indians that he wrote a while back. I think the Cleveland Rock Stars would be kind of cool because it's the home of the Rock Roll Hall of Fame.
That's a good one.
They were originally called the Naps, I believe, which is a bug, and I think spiders are native there, so Cleveland Spiders might be cool. Or maybe they might have already been the Spiders. I'm not positive on that. Cleveland fans, don't get mad at me. I don't know the full history. Okay, I have my pickles diced, I think. So I'll just toss that, see if that's a cup right there. Oh, I think it might be a little more than a cup. Okay. All right. This was was a poor choice. Okay, that is a cup. So we'll just throw that in. Okay. So 1 cup of pickle, and then you do a 1/4 cup hot sweet mustard. A 1/4 cup, that's a lot.
Ooh, that is.
That's a lot.
We're making a whole
So
batch of dogs here.
Let's do some hot sweet mustard. Ooh, look at that. I tried some of this, folks, before we started recording, and it's actually pretty hot. I'm using Beaver.
Oh, yeah?
I'm using Beaver brand. I've never heard of it. So for all you hot sauce condiment people, I'm sure you know. It tasted good. I enjoyed it. 1 tablespoon pickle brine. Okay, that's not hard. Okay, 1 tablespoon pickle brine. Really get some of that. Okay, it is being a little fickle. Okay, I will pour a little more. And 1 more. That's about a tablespoon. Okay. And 1 tablespoon pickle brine, and then 1 tablespoon fresh dill chopped. Okay, this is not fresh dill, but it's dill that we had. Right? It's 1 tablespoon. Yeah. Okay. Can't have enough dill. John, are you a fan of dill?
A little bit.
I enjoy dill. I actually do enjoy some dill. Okay, very yummy, very yummy. This is very green, very healthy, low in calories. That is a lot of dill. I've never had relish before in my life, John.
Really?
Never ever had relish.
Never on a dog, never at a game.
Yeah. These are a lot of firsts.
Ah, you're in for a
me.
treat today then.
A lot of firsts. I'm excited because I like the sweetness. Okay, these are not diced enough, but I guess it's okay. It'll be a chunkier relish. Okay, we're done with that. We're moving right along here. That's my dill. It probably doesn't look right, but there it is. So we're just gonna keep going.
Funny, I got a little bit of a different color for you.
Oh, what do you have? Oh,
little more yellow.
Yours looks lighter. Yours looks better. Okay, so far John might make a better one than me. Beginner's luck, they say. So,
I'd say so. I'm not much of a chef.
Yes, I am not a chef, and we all know that. Okay, so let's move on right here. So these things don't even have measurements. So I guess we just sort of make everything. So yeah, so let's just make our hot dog. I'm gonna microwave my hot dog like I did last time, because that tasted pretty good. Uh-oh. Is the microwave working? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Our microwave is broken, folks!
Oh no!
Oh no! Okay, not a huge deal. We'll just throw it on the grill. We'll throw it on the grill. This is last minute, folks. This is live problems.
Hot dog's all done. Let's go see how that looks. Might have put that in a little too long. Thing exploded on me.
Oh no! So we're gonna let that water boil, and then we're going to throw in the hot dog, and then we're just going to assemble. John, what is your fun fact for the people today?
So my fun fact today is actually about the stadium. So the stadium that the Cleveland Indians played in from 1932 to 1993 was nicknamed the Mistake by the Lake. All because the awful swarms of flies and all these bugs would just swarm everybody on the hot summer nights down at the field.
Oh no, yeah, that's yucky.
Yep. And then to make it worse, come October, it would be freezing by the lake. You get the big gusts of winds, so you couldn't win any time of the year.
That's a really good fun fact. Yeah, the bugs is a problem in Cleveland, for sure. We know that. Hence the spiders, the gnats. Anyway, okay, here's my fun fact. In 1995, former Cleveland Indian Albert Bell was fined $100 for reckless operation of a vehicle after chasing down a trick-or-treater that egged his house because he was not handing out Halloween candy. Now, this is a very controversial issue. If you're a Major League Baseball player, you can afford the good candy bars. That's what I'm saying, John.
That should be the full size, big.
The full size. The full size.
You know what? I would have done the same thing if I were that kid.
Yeah. Well, he chased down the
You got
kid,
these
it
big
sounds
league
like.
players in your neighborhood and they can't even give out a candy bar?
Yeah, and then he chases down the kid that egged his house. Yeah, I mean, that's violent. I hope Albert Bell is, he feels bad for his actions. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. It's the Hot Corner, folks, where we each time each other. So, John, since you're new, do you want me to give you your trivia first, or do you want to give me my trivia first?
Sure, you can give me mine first.
Okay, great. So how this goes, folks, if you're just joining us today, is we ask questions, as many as possible. It's a lightning round. As many as John can answer and I can answer in a minute. And whoever answers the most right gets the most points and thereby wins that week's Hot Corner. So I will give John his trivia first, and I will set the timer at a minute, and then we'll go right in. So let's get the timer going. Okay, ready and go. Okay, what was the Cleveland Indians' original name?
Cleveland Indians' original name. Was it like the Rusty or
No.
something like
Cleveland
that?
Bluebirds. What is their current stadium name?
It's not the Mistake by the Lake. Is it Petco?
No, that's the Padres. It's Progressive. True or false? They hold the record for the longest winning streak in American League history with 22 games.
False.
That's true, John.
What? I thought it was the Athletics.
Did Cleveland win the game they played yesterday?
They did. Kansas City.
Yes, that is true.
10-3.
Correct. When was their latest World Series win?
Had to be what, back in the 80s?
No, 1948. Come on.
Man,
You
I'm
had
way
10
off.
seconds. Okay, their latest World Series win was against Boston. True or false?
I'm gonna say true.
That is true. It's a trick question. It's the Boston Braves. Oh, and you're out of time. Okay. So, you answered. Let's see.
I think I got two there.
I think you got 2 right. Yes. 2 correct. Okay, very good, John. That's good. These are hard. Hannah makes them hard. Hannah, you did good. Hannah, you made that his a little tricky. But mine are probably going to be harder because that's how Hannah rolls. So, I'm ready. You can set your timer, and for those at home keeping score, John has 2, and I haven't gone yet. So let's do this thing.
All right. What year did the Cleveland Indians debut as a team?
1894.
Nope. 1901.
Shoot.
All right. How many World Series titles have they won?
2.
2. All right. You got that one. True or false? This is the last season with the Cleveland Indians name.
True.
Oh, you got that. All right. Who did they play last night?
The Reds.
Nope. Kansas City.
Shoot. I knew
They
that.
play the Reds next week.
Yeah.
True or false? The first stadium was named Ivy League Park.
False.
Nope, you got that one. You're already beating me.
Keep
Before
going.
becoming a major league team, what was their name?
Before becoming a major league team, the Naps?
The Grand Rapid Rustlers.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
What fictional baseball movie features the Cleveland Indians Baseball Club?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's the easiest one.
Ooh, I have no idea.
I'll give you a hint. Charlie Sheen.
Pass.
Major League. What comedian was part owner of the Indians?
What comedian? Hannah, what are these questions? Will Ferrell.
Bob Hope.
Okay.
What year did they become the Indians?
Oh my God. That's why I said 1915. 1915.
There you go. All right, time's up.
Yay! I won! How many did you get right, John? Did I get 4? Well, it was a good game. It was a good round, John. We're very, so that's hot corner. And as we complete that, my water is boiling. Yes, it is, for my hot dog. So let me toss in my hot dog here. Toss that right in. Okay, so John, do you want to just get started on the cocktail while we're waiting for our things?
Sure. All right.
Okay, let's get started with the cocktail. So this is interesting, folks. I believe it is 4 parts club soda. Here's our club soda. Got that right here. Club soda. It is 1 part whiskey, black. It is specifically this whiskey. It is Jim Beam Black Extra Aged Bourbon Whiskey. I guess bourbon is whiskey. I don't know like the origins of all alcohols, but I feel very Kentuckian right now. I feel very Kentuckian. I feel very Southern right now. And then it's a twist of orange, and then you put that in an ice-packed glass. I do not have oranges. We have an orange tree, which I thought was growing oranges, but there are no oranges right now. So I'm just gonna use even more alcohol. I'm gonna use this orange liqueur.
Fancy.
Very fancy. And this is from also Kentucky. This is from Louisville. So, you know what? It's following a theme, and we might get a little bit tipsy today. But we're not gonna get too tipsy. So we're gonna make this cocktail. Nothing like a good old mini cup. This is the car I drive, and they gave me a cup when I bought the car. So first you pour in your ice. Get your ice. Should it be crushed or cubed? I don't know. I guess I'll make it crushed. No, I'll make it cubed. Okay, that is ice packed glass. Then you add 1 part whiskey. Okay, I'm gonna try this whiskey here, folks. This is the content that the internet wants to see.
All right, how much we getting in there?
I'm just gonna take a taste before I pour it in my. It is tight. Oh my goodness, this won't even open. This won't even open. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's do our knife trick. Folks, this is a little lifestyle hack. If your cup won't open, or if you have a tight situation, you could use a knife and it's supposed to help loosen it.
So you said this is a specialty of Cleveland Indians? These are the
Yes,
drinks they
this
serve?
is the brand new, opened in 2021, Jim Beam Bourbon Bar.
Ah, that's pretty cool.
It is cool. If I could open, folks, if you buy this at the store, it's hard to open. Let this be a warning. John, I can't open this. John. Okay, let me.
Is that little plastic cover?
Yeah, it's just a twisty. This shouldn't be this hard. I got it! Ooh, that's strong. Okay, I'm gonna try a little. John, cheers to your first episode. Cheers. Cheers.
Woohoo! Not bad.
Oh my god. Oh. Oh my god. Oh. Folks.
Ah, it's not that bad.
Really strong. That's real strong, folks. I'm just warning. Okay, so it's 1 part. Okay, so I'm gonna pour in the littlest bit. Here, pour in the littlest bit. 1 part. Okay, maybe a little more. Okay, that's enough. Okay, 1 part.
I can do more than that.
Okay, you probably can. To 4 parts club soda. Oh my god, that is so strong. Folks, we're not messing around here. John, now you know
You
that
got the club soda. I'm mixing in a little bit of orange soda.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Didn't have any oranges.
Okay, I'm putting in 4 parts. This is all a calculation, of course. I think that's like 4 parts. I'll put in a little more club soda. You can't have enough of that, right? Okay, and then we're gonna throw in yet some more alcohol with this orange. Ooh, that's strong too. Shit. I think just like a splash. Okay, just a splash. And then we mix this up. We mix it up. Okay, we're not gonna try this though, John, until after we have made our hot dog and tried our hot dog. Okay, now don't forget, folks, the killer Kilbane has peanut butter. As I'm smelling, that's strong. Okay, that has a lot of alcohol in it. I'm using Canada Dry club soda. It looks good to me. Okay, so let's check out our hot dog. Oh boy, okay. All right, John, are you ready to assemble?
I am. Let's do this.
Let's do this. Okay, so we got our bun. And we'll throw up a picture, obviously, of what this is supposed to look like. And if you'd like to make this at home, obviously, you can check out the description below, and you can make this at home, or you could just go to Progressive Field, the ironic name of all ironic names, being the Cleveland Indians, but they're Progressive Field. Just sort of funny, even though it's insurance. You guys know what I'm talking about. I got brioche buns. These are my buns. Okay. Oh, and the Sriracha. Yes, I also have Sriracha, so put on a little bit of that. Oh, this is messy. Folks, this is messy. So squeeze on a bit of Sriracha, and then chunky peanut butter. Chunky, this is the moment, folks.
This is gonna be interesting.
This is gonna be very interesting. This is
Having
gonna be
peanut butter on a hot dog.
Peanut butter on a hot dog. I'm excited though, actually. Put on a little more. Folks, this is what mine looks like. There it is. Tasty.
Leave it to the Cleveland Indians to come up with some crazy food.
Leave it to that. So, John, I say we try it on 3. Are you ready?
Yep, let's do this.
Okay, ready. 1, 2, 3.
No, it's actually pretty good.
Oh, how interesting.
Nice and spicy with that sriracha sauce.
You get the sweet. The pickles add a nice bite, or the relish. Ooh.
Honestly, I was a little scared to try this at first, but it's pretty good.
I agree though. This is pretty tasty. It's nice and hot. There's a good spice. The dill comes through. Oh, yummy. Okay, so now let's try the cocktail.
All right.
Here we go. So, this is the Bourbon Orange Club Soda drink. Here we go. Ready? Cheers, John.
Cheers.
Okay, I'm nervous. Here we go.
Oh, it's pretty good.
Ooh. Ooh. Interesting.
Barely taste the alcohol.
Ooh, really can. It's very strong, folks. Folks, this is not your kid's alcoholic beverage. It's not your grandma's alcoholic beverage. This is for tough customers. Ooh, I don't know if I like it as much. I'll be honest. For the first time on the show, I'm not in love with it.
I know mine's a little different from yours. I went straight with the orange soda instead of the plain club soda. So mine's going down a little easier, I think.
Yeah, probably. That is very sharp. It has an oaky taste. I'm gonna have another bite of hot dog.
I'm gonna have to go to Cleveland. Go catch a game over there.
John, we have to go to Cleveland together. We have to see a Cleveland Indians game.
Mm-hmm.
We do.
Get one of these killer Kilbanes.
Wow. Okay, what an interesting meal. So what do you give it? Do you give it a grand slam? Do you give it a strikeout, somewhere in the middle? What are you doing?
I'm gonna give it a grand slam. It was much better than I expected. Like I said, I was a little scared with all those combos, the peanut butter, the Sriracha sauce, the mustard, the relish. Just all in one sounded kind of sketchy, but turned out pretty good.
Very good. I'm giving the hot dog a grand slam, just because I think it's very tasty. And I'm giving the alcoholic beverage a strikeout. I did not enjoy it.
Ooh, that's harsh.
It's probably very refreshing for those that like whiskey and orange. It has a very strong orange taste, at least how I made it. And I can see why people would enjoy it, but it's not for me. So for me, it's a strikeout, but the hot dog redeems itself. So Cleveland, don't be too bummed. Don't be too bummed, Cleveland, because we still redeemed it. So that's it for this episode of Batter Up. I won the trivia. We learned that they were originally founded in 1901 and they became the Indians in 1915. We learned a lot. Learned a lot today. We learned that Bob Hope owned part of the Indians, I guess, when he was alive.
Yep. And that their second stadium was an absolute disaster.
Yep. We learned that kids that don't get Halloween candy can get very angry at times. And yeah, so that's sort of it. Any final thoughts, John, on the Indians and maybe their prospects for the future or for this season?
I think they're going to do pretty well. They've had that slow start, like I said earlier, but they've really picked it up. They have a nice young team. One of the younger teams around, I think. And I think they'll do well in the years to come.
I'm very optimistic. I think that the Cleveland Indians will be better than people think. They're a small market. It's hard for them to get players to come to them, so they have to draft well, which they have. Shane Bieber, obviously. And obviously Frankie Lindor, who's not with them anymore. Jose Ramirez. Some other good players. Obviously Jim Thome just got into the Hall of Fame not long ago. We didn't talk about him. But they have had good players in their past. So,
yep. But I think Reyes and Ramirez are going to carry them this year.
Yes. So, that's it. Let me leave you with this fact. That 1948 World Series that they won, that was the first World Series home run by a pitcher. That was the first Grand Slam in a World Series. And that was the only World Series triple play, all turned by the Indians. And they played my Brooklyn no, they didn't. They played the Braves.
Boston Braves.
Oh no, I'm sorry. That was the 1920 World Series. All the facts I just did were the 1920 World Series that they played against the Dodgers. And then they played 1948 against the Boston Braves. So that was a messed up fact, but hopefully you got that. We will be so curious to see what they name their new team. And yeah, that's all. Thank you guys for joining us today. Make sure to follow us on all our social media. You'll find those in the description below. Make sure to comment on this video if you like what you're seeing. Did you try this hot dog? Did you try the cocktail? Are you a bigger bourbon fan than me? What are your thoughts on the Indians this season? Give it all to us in the comments. We love to read your comments. You can read articles every Monday and Wednesday published on alltalknobalk.com, including the Josh one that we referenced earlier. And if you would like to listen to our podcast, head over to Spotify. That is exclusively on Spotify. We are starting that up again this week, so we're very excited. And everything's going great here. So we're very happy to keep doing this, and I'm happy to bring on John as my brand new co-host. Thank you, John, and we will be back next week for an undetermined team. Hint, it might be in the NL West. So that's your sneaky peeky. Okay, guys, have a good rest of your day, and we'll be seeing you next week. Bye!
See you next week.